everyone, Amy Pierce Stone here of Her Art from the Attic. Today we are going to learn how to paint this geometric wolf. Now, we painted the moon background in a previous video, so I'll post a link in the description below so that you can learn how to do this. I wanted to do a separate video because there's so many foregrounds that you can do in front of the moon. I didn't want to limit people to just a wolf, but how cool is that wolf? So let's get going. Here's a quick recap of how to find the geometric pattern of an animal. I have a different video that goes more into detail. I'll post a link below, you can check it out, but I'll give you a quick recap for the wolf. I've just printed off a wolf from the internet. Just Google silhouette of a wolf and it'll pop right up, or picture of a wolf. And I'm going to poke holes through the paper around the silhouette of the wolf. And any point on the silhouette where the perimeter changes is where you're going to poke a hole. Once you're done poking the holes, turn the paper around and place it wherever you want on the surface that you're going to be painting. Now steady the paper with one hand, and with the other hand you're going to grab a pencil and you're going to poke it through each hole you've already poked and lay a mark of pencil onto the canvas underneath, or whatever surface you're using, each and every hole. Now you are going to take thin strips of masking tape, you can cut them down if you need to, and you are going to connect each dot with the masking tape strips. Now that the outline of my wolf is taped down, I am actually going to grab thicker strips of tape to create the little cliff that he's on. So I want this to look very geometrical, so my edges are going to be sharp. And there will be lots of jaggedy corners. I don't want a whole lot of smoothness in my cliff. Alright, now that I've masked down the outline of both my wolf and my cliff, I'm going to add some lines inside the wolf. Now, to do this, I am just going to connect every point to either another point or a line. That's basically it. Again, you can watch my other video that goes more into detail about this concept if you want a few more instructions, and I'll put a link for that below. It's called Art Hack: How to Find the Geometric Shape or Pattern of Any Animal. A simple way to paint the wolf is to choose two colors of paint. I am using a darker gold and a very light gold. Now grab some of the lighter gold onto your brush. I am just using a very basic round pointed small brush, nothing fancy. Pick some of the shapes within your wolf and paint down a layer of this light gold, just a solid layer. And you may need 2 or 3 of these layers, so once it's dried, add another layer. But you're going to pick a bunch of these spots, like I said. Try to make it so that one shape of light gold isn't touching another shape of light gold. Then do the exact same thing with the darker gold. Again, try to make sure that none of the shapes of one color are touching another shape of the same color if you can. I actually decided to pull in some silver, so I'm grabbing silver and I'm filling in some of the other shapes. Now I am going to create my next hue from dragging equal parts of dark and light gold together, mixing them up, basically getting a medium hue of them. And that is going to be my final color in the different spaces. Then once I have filled in the rest of my spots, I am going to take all the same colors and add a couple more layers to every single space until each color is deep and rich and solid. Now grab some charcoaly metallic paint with your small bristly brush and fill in the whole cliff. Now using the same brush, take some sparkly white and you're going to brush it into the lightest parts of your cliff. And mine is going to kind of have some swoopy patterns, some jaggedy patterns, and this will take quite a few layers. Now I am just going to spruce up a few of my spaces by putting a couple more layers, and that's really it for painting the geometric wolf. You can put a background behind it if you want before you pull the tape off. One easy way to do that is actually to wait until the wolf and the cliff have dried and then mask it with tape. So put tape all over the wolf and cliff, paint your background, and then pull all the tape off. That way you can still get the white edges and it's not so hard to paint around the wolf. In fact, if you're going to add a moon like I did, that's a totally good idea. Mask the wolf and cliff before you take the tape off. Paint the moon. I'll put a link in the description below. Just paint the moon right over the wolf when it has tape on it. And then when it's all dry, pull all the tape off. And that's how I got this. It kept the white, crisp border around the edges of the wolf and all the patterns inside and the cliff. But anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like this tutorial, subscribe, tell me what you want to see in the description below, share your projects with me on my Facebook page. Again, check out how to paint a moon in a star-filled sky. Alright guys, description below, click it. Bye! Peace. Peace. I'm doing a voiceover on myself. Bye.